I don't want to necessarily talk with people that I don't need to. Oh! You see a man standing stock still. He isn't moving a muscle. On closer examination, it appears that he isn't even breathing, just standing. His eye sockets are empty holes in his face. Contained within their bounds is a flat grey light that seems to dance with possibility. Looking into the sockets, the eerie, empty feeling of a limitless void shivers through you, as if you had gazed into a sliver of eternity. The head slowly swivels towards you. You notice that no muscles appear to move under his skin as he turns, and he speaks in a pure, bell-like tone. What kind of bell? Are we talking about, "Well met, traveller"? Or are we talking, "Well met, traveller"? You need to think, the bells of different sizes make different noises. Or does he sing it, like a peal, "Well met, wanderer"? I don't think so. "Well met, wanderer. You have forgotten again, haven't you? Do you know me, stranger?" As he opens his mouth, you get the feeling of eternity again. Inside his mouth, you see no tongue, no teeth. It's death from this world. It's almost as if this man were a shell surrounding an illimitable expanse. I have spoken with you before, and always you forget. Your endless quest to discover yourself ends always in amnesia. You draw close to the truth and recoil. Let us hope that you have the strength to endure your existence. What do you know of me? How do you know this? I know that you, like a fly, rise up from the wreckage of your old shell, buzz about for a while, and curl up and die at the window of truth. You bumble about the pain, seeking the light without any plan to your actions, and fall exhausted when you fail. You alight on others to feed from them for a time, and move on with no regard to them. I have watched you come here and listen to your words, and watched you move away no wiser. Will you learn from your mistakes, Seeker? Who are you? I am O. For some reason, when he speaks his name, it sounds like he's speaking of much more than a single letter, as if the speaking of his name contained untold possibilities and nuances. No human tongue could ever create such a sound. What are you? It is my name. It is the name of a portion of eternity. I am a letter in the divine alphabet. Understanding me leads to understanding existence. I am writ in the true names of half of everything. My being encompasses truth. I am mathematic, organic, metaphysic. So what does that mean? The divine alphabet is writ in the name of everything that exists, from the seed at the hearts of the elemental planes to the core of the great beyond. My brothers, sisters, a single word translates into the two in your mind, and I reach across all that is. What? Siblings! And I reach across all that is, was, or ever shall be. We are thought, and reality, and concept, and the unimaginable. Tell me about the great beyond, then. You would not understand. No mortal possibly could. It is beyond the powers of comprehension of all but the most powerful of powers. And once they understand, they move beyond the veil of mortal comprehension. I can explain it no more than that. Perhaps, sometime, you will understand. So what are you doing here? Why, I am watching the ebb and flow of mortality. And what do you see? You mortals are like wasps. You build your nests from the slimmest of branches, and when the wind shakes your home free, you sink to sting the wind to death. Instead of realizing your foolish mistakes, attempting to repair the damage you have caused yourselves, and learning from your experience, you bring harm to any who have the misfortune to blunder near you in your time of pain and distress. My advice to you, and to all mortals, stop acting like an insect, and start acting sentient. I'll think about that. Could you answer some more questions? What was it you were saying about a divine alphabet? So we've said that one. What are you doing here? No, I've already asked that. Did you know all the secrets of existence, then? I know parts of many of them. Without a connection to my siblings, I am but a letter. Alone, I am a symbol. Combined, we are a language and power. So you don't know the secrets of existence. I did not say that. A letter is still a powerful force, even on its own. Allow me to show you. He opens his mouth wider, and wider still. The mask of his face tears around his eyes, mouth, and nose, revealing that hint of eternity you glimpsed earlier. You are lost in it, adrift in it, a part of it. You return to your mundane senses and realize that O has vanished. Yet somehow your horizons have expanded. Enlightenment has brushed you, however briefly, across the brow. That was indescribable. Hey, wisdom! I could have asked him more questions. Right, okay, I think this is the bar that burns inside, but I might be wrong there. The man before you is old. His dry yellow skin has the scars of one who has travelled everywhere and never rested long in any one place. His pinched face is inhumanly angular, and his ears sweep out from his skull, tapering to points. He wears a loose-fitting orange tunic, and a strange shimmering blade is strapped across his back. The blade looks to be a two-pronged glaive, made of some metal whose surface swirls like a film of oil on a pond. Greetings. The man turns to you. His eyes like polished coal. He stares through you, and for a moment you wonder if he might be blind. The weapon suddenly turns dead flat black, mirroring the man's eyes. Are you all right?
Hail, traveler.
Hello! You have a voice. You must be important. He says nothing for a moment, merely searches your face with his eyes. Hail, traveler. His voice is quiet and somber, like a wind whispering through the branches of a great tree. Hail.
Your eyes have the weight of one who has traveled far to be in this place.
The man meets your gaze, his eyes burrowing into yours. His weapon drains of its black colour, resuming its shimmering, and you noticed before you spoke. You could say that. The man's gaze does not waver from yours. I am known as Dakon. The emphasis he places on the word known strikes you as odd, yet familiar at the same time. You are not known to me. Well, I do not know myself. That is for the best. In knowing yourself, there would be little in the plains left worth knowing. He falls silent for a moment, still studying you with his coal black eyes. I would know why you have come to this city. I am looking for answers. I have many questions. Speak your questions. I will hear you. You seem to place a special emphasis on knowing. What do you mean? All things, whether structure or flesh, their existence is defined by their knowing of themselves. And if a man does not know himself? When a mind does not know itself, it is flawed. When a mind is flawed, the man is flawed. When a man is flawed, that which he touches is flawed. It is said that when a flawed man sees, his hands make broken. Sorry, what a flawed man sees. Well, do you know yourself? Dakon falls silently. His coal black eyes take on the same distance that you noticed when you first spoke. I ask again, do you know yourself? When Dakon speaks again, his voices change. His words echo like a great stone dropping into a chasm. It looks like he's forcing the words from his from his chest. It is not my will that you know this. Never mind, I had some other questions. Do you know of a man named Farad? That one is not known to me. Your features are unfamiliar to me. What are you? A Githzerai. A Githzerai? A Githzerai is one of the people. One of the people? A Githzerai. But what are the Githzerai exactly? Dakon is silent for a moment, then speaks. Our history does not need to be made known to you. We would bleed to death on time's blades before I recited a fraction of the histories of our people. I don't need to know your histories, but I would know of your people as they are now. Dakon is silent for a moment. Know this, and accept it as an answer. We are the people who make our home upon the shifting plane of limbo. With a deft motion, Dakon slips the blade from his back and holds it before him. We shall wait and see what happens. There we mould the matter of limbo with our minds. We forge city with our thoughts. As you watch, a series of rippling waves of metal begin to roll forth from the center of the blade. The pitch and crest of the waves match the inflections in Dakon's voice. In its chaos we dwell, with only our knowing to preserve us. We are the Githzerai. What is this blade you have? It moved, shifted in response to your voice. It is a Karak blade. It is an object that lets others know the rank of the wielder. Karak? What does that mean? Dakon falls silently for a moment, as if searching for the correct words. In your tongue, the closest translation is chaos matter. The people may shape it with their thoughts. Shape it with their thoughts? Karak is not shaped by heat, but by knowing oneself. It is a mirror that reflects the will of the wielder on its surface and in its edge. When one knows themselves, the blade is strong, harder and stronger than steel. When one does not know themselves, the blade is as water, formless and weak. So, I'm guessing, I wonder if this is Chekhov's gun then, that we're going to have it, we might get to use this early and it doesn't do anything, and then later on, as we find out who we are, maybe we're going to get one and it's actually going to do a lot of damage because we're going to, like, know who we are. And what, you said this signifies a rank. What rank does it signify? The blade is a symbol carried by the Zerth. A Zerth is one who knows the words of Zerthimon. In knowing the words of Zerthimon, they know themselves. Zerthimon? Zerthimon founded our people. He knew the Githzerai before they knew themselves. He defined the people. He gave them one mind. Okay, cool. Can you tell me about the city? It is known by the name Sigil, or Sigil. I will call it Sigil, because that's how you say that word. Among the people, it is known as the city that does not know itself. What do you mean, it doesn't know itself? The city exists, but it does not know itself. In not knowing itself, its existence is flawed. You speak as if the city is alive. Oh my goodness. It may not be aware, know itself in the sense that you or I might know ourselves, but it lives, it grows, changes, and touches the minds of all that live here. So why did you say it doesn't know itself? Show more. A few more options, is it? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I want to read. The city exists in opposition to itself. It has set itself apart from the planes, yet it seeks to be everywhere at once. Its walls are doors, yet it keeps these doors locked. Such an existence tells of a thing that does not know itself. In not knowing itself, it is flawed. I could do one of these. Let's ask the questions. When you say this city is everywhere at once, its walls are doors, so that's the portals, I assume. The city itself is built from doors. These doors lead everywhere. Where are these doors? They are everywhere. Dakon falls silent for a moment. It is said that every bounded space within the city is a door that leads elsewhere. I don't understand. Imagine the door to the smouldering corpse bar. Remove the door. The frame remains. The space within the frame is still a door. But I walked through that door to get in here. It's just an open space. Many of the doors you never see. You may pass through them as if air and not know them for what they are. They are closed to your sight and touch. And these invisible doors are everywhere? It is said every bounded space in Sigil is a door. It is not known for certain. Doors move. Doors change. Doors disappear. All are locked. Locked? The doors remain as air until you have the key that opens them. When you have the key, the doors will make themselves known to you. How do you know what the key is? Every door has a different key. Some keys are known, others are not known. What are they? There are as many keys as there are doors. The keys are not always things of metal. The keys can be the clashing of swords, a drop of blood drawn from the tongue of a dying man, the memory of a past love, or an angry curse hurled at the sky. When the key and the door matched, the door reveals itself. Sounds like finding them is going to be difficult. Such a task has been attempted, but never finished. As the city changes, the doors change. Nothing known remains known for long. He said it was flawed. Walls are doors. Cities everywhere. And then I'll think about which one of these to ask. When you say the city is everywhere at once, what do you mean? The city itself is built from doors. These doors lead elsewhere. Yeah, we've already gone through that, actually. So what if the city is not flawed? A thing does not need to be ordered and have a purpose to know itself, or there is order in everything. Yes, there is order in everything. What if the city is not flawed and you just do not know the reasons for its contradictions? There is order in everything. Perhaps there is an underlying pattern that you cannot perceive. Your question, a question. What if the city is flawed, and you see its contradictions all around you? You claim the city's existence is flawed. You accepted this rather than explore the possibility that something greater might exist. Let's poke that. Let's poke him a bit. You claim the city's existence is flawed. You have accepted this rather than explore the possibility something greater might exist. That suggests you are flawed. This isn't a question, and that you do not search for knowledge, but only for a convenient answer. Dakon falls silent. There is no knowing the answer to the questions we have asked. Yet, the city exists. That is all. Yet, I would maintain that we know ourselves by the questions we ask and the ones we do not. If we cease asking questions and accept only what we can perceive, then we will cease to know ourselves. Dakon's voice has changed slightly, become heavier. Such words have been spoken before. I have heard them and know them. Where have you heard them before? The words are mine. Once I knew them, and knew their meaning. I had forgotten them until you spoke. Dakon's gaze travels through you, and his blade stops shimmering, bleeding of all colour until it is translucent. There is a moment of silence. Then Dakon look up at you. I would travel your path with you. I accept an extra blade would be welcome.
Your path is mine.
Yeah, I can't copy your voice, sorry mate. Strangely enough, his voice seems distant and it echoes as if he was speaking from across a great distance. Very well, let us go. Yay, friend! I have friend. How do Dakon's Earth. He can't have it. He can't have his own eye. Disappointing. What have we got? The Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. The small round stone is the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. The Unbroken Circle is a Zerth religious text containing teachings of Zerthamon. The circle is made up of a series of interlocking circles that fold out from one another, depending on which branch the reader wishes to follow in the path of teachings. It is said that some Zerths spend years poring over the combinations of the plates, looking for new significance in the teachings. You are a fighter mage. Seems a bit weird to have that, but alright. I've got all these random things. Oh, you had them. Okay. I can't use them at all. Okay. We've got some random things we could do with that. What are you currently equipped with? You're currently... What's your weapon? Your Zerth Blade. Which is 2 to 9 slashing. I probably shouldn't get rid of you, because it's yours. But I don't think... Have I got anything slightly better? I don't think any of these are better, are they? Nope. I have friend! I now have friend. I thought you were coming to talk to me.
I'm gone.
Yay, friends.